There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the program. Last left off, the party had managed to survive their encounter at the Haventrust Noble Mansion. Dance was being held. Having fought off a group of vampires, Satek, overcome with a sudden surge of bloodlust, makes his way outside. He meets the tailor. The tailor offering information with an agreement to provide information on the mysterious gunman who was trying to assassinate Satek in exchange for recovering a relic that points towards one of the lost. Satek asks for a bit more time to contemplate it and continues to sit outside, consuming a vial of restoring his natural charisma back to himself. During that little encounter, the tailor makes his way inside and speaks with the rest of the party and gets them to agree to provide the relic to him in exchange for his assistance. Kaisetria, maybe against her better judgment, signs a contract of agreement. However, rolled high enough to know that there was no hidden language within the contract that binds her soul or what have you. Upon agreement, the tailor completely changed the Tricop. I will do that for you. Thank you for asking. The mood of everybody at the party is changing, where once there was fear and trepidation and discontentment with the scenario, ended up becoming quite jovial. The tailor made the room believe that it was nothing more than an accident, completely changing the fortunes of the party as they were prepared. Satek, in fact, is about as thick as two fucking bricks when it comes to the wily ways of women, and had to be prompted, persuaded, maybe, by Kaisetria to get his shit together, and ended up being able to. However, he was unable to also get the Duke's daughter, maybe for the best. And that is where we find ourselves. Back at the inn after the party. The night is late. The party has made their way back to the inn. And it is here that I am going to request. Let me make sure that I have everybody in here. Make sure that I have it. And I'm going to go ahead and request a moment.
I see. I should have said yes.
Did you say no?
I did exit the prompt
Go
by
ahead
accident.
and,
Hang on. I'm just going to do it manually.
Okay. Thank you.
Morning comes with a flurry of wind, that is, besieging the inn in which you guys stay. But I'm going to start with Boomy. You have not known where the party has been until you saw them kind of stumble back into the inn late at night, wearing rather interesting clothes. Some ball gowns, some suits. They're also dragging in behind them a very loud and very hammered lizard with a painted on tux.
Yeah.
And you just kind of blink your eyes at the situation. You're sitting in front of Avala and Sintra, when you hear this whirring kind of sound coming from Avala.
At least the fire's warm, but I'm not sure what's going on, and I hope she's not going to explode.
Make an intelligence check.
See if I remember how to do that. Oh gosh.
Yeah, it has been a little bit
There we
since
go.
you've been able to play.
Oh, it looks so different now too. Oh, okay, it should be here. Never mind.
We can
I
change
lied.
your sheet. We can change your sheet. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna help you out. Yes. To make it. a
Oh,
little bit-
did I do it?
You did, and you rolled a 2. Yeah, the fire's really
Great.
warm and it's really nice. There we go. I'm gonna change your sheet real fast back to classic. I think this is the one that you were using.
Oh, yes, this looks much more familiar.
Yeah, you don't know anything about androids, about Warforged, about machines. You are a simple farmer. You this is not your area of expertise, and you just kind of shrug it off because your options are, I can move away from the warm fire to maybe avoid an explosion that I'm not sure is coming. But if I do that, then I don't get the warm fire. And so you decide to just sit there. And you keep hearing this whirring and clicking sound. And then as you glance over, Avala's eyes, which are normally green during sunlight, are flickering back. And then with a bit of a coil whine sound, her eyes open.
I don't like that.
Do you poke her with a stick?
Probably, because my character apparently is stupid and I don't think she understands batteries exist.
You reach out to touch Avala gently on the shoulder. And Avala's a bit of a unique creature. That word to kind of get where I'm going. She's a bit of a unique creature. Even though she's made of metal and porcelain and wires and gears, there's always been some sort of magical energy that flows through. You've seen it when she casts her spells. It's what powers her when she walks or moves or talks. There's always some sort of life energy, as you will. And she is cold to the touch, in the manner of speaking, that you don't feel anything. If this were a regular person and you were looking for a pulse, you would not feel it. And then, as Avala enters the state, her legs buckle beneath her and she collapses onto her knees, and her head just kind of flips over to the side.
Killbot's dead.
Well, hopefully I didn't break her. I should probably walk away.
For everybody else, you walk in, tipsy, still in your party outfits, and you see Umi standing over Avala. And Avala is not functioning. And Umi looks towards the door with panic in her eyes. And then she sees a drunk lizard in a painted tux.
Trichopolis goes, "Hey, you break metal thing." To Umi.
No, she dead. We gotta charge her.
Why do they make suits for lizards?
Oh, it's paint our best friend, the tailor.
Can he put her back together?
Put Avala back together?
Yes, I don't know what's wrong with her.
She broken?
All the king's
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Are you sure?
Make a persuasion check. Because
I think
everybody else knows that you didn't do it, but Tricop thinks you broke the rope.
Yeah, I do. I turn to Kycetra and I go, "Is CUNY making fun of me?"
No, I'm making fun of her because she thought she broke her.
Okay, so Umi rolls an 18 on her charisma check. Tricop, I need you to roll an insight check.
Instinct. Okay.
Alphabetical.
Yes, I know. Yes, I see this.
Alphabetical.
Insight or
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
That's pretty good for having a negative one. But Umi does manage to persuade you that she is not the guilty party. And in fact, looking over at Ebola, there's no signs of physical damage. It's just like she's unconscious, for lack of a better phrase.
me need a drink anyways.
Do we have someone who's like actually shocky, or do I get okay?
I have a spell that charges her, so.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir.
Well, they're just bickering back and forth. Layla's that's just gonna walk up and just target Avala and shock the shit out of her.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude! Holy shit!
And with that, because it is it's between 10 to 20, she gets 2 days.
2 days.
And Avala,
I thought the damage was what signified how many days she gets.
it is because it's 3d8, you can do a max of 3 days. From 0 to 10, or 0 to 9, I should say, is 1 day. From 10 to 19 is 2. If you roll anything above it, Avala loses her unconscious state, as it were, and opens her eyes, blinks a couple of times, looks around, and goes right back into sentry mode.
Cool. So, who gets to tell the robot what happened? Not it.
All right.
Oh, say tech! No, not you!
Layla
sure
just
wants to
kind of.
in the air. I'll do it.
You will make it worse.
But you might make
Probably.
it funnier. I mean, objectively speaking, it would be quite hilarious. So, anyways, you died.
Yeah. While you were dead, we kind of, fucked up the entire town. Town's nobles.
Actually, on that note, ooh,
And Satek became a ghost.
where have you been?
Good question. Chrono sleep?
Did you have good dreams?
Not really.
Oh.
In fact, Umi, your dreams are dark and filled with pain and it's really unsettling. Your mind flashes back to the rest that you have tried to achieve ever since getting on. And it feels like this crushing weight of oppression has been kind of hanging over all of Cave Engines. You've been wandering some of the side streets and back alleys and seeing the poor, the homeless, the destitute, young and old, disease-ridden, eking out an existence within the snow and the cold, holding their blistering red fingers over the smallest fire possible. And that has really affected kind of your temperament trying to impress. It's almost like there is a malevolent force of some kind within the city, but you've been unable to pinpoint it, and that oppression has plagued you enough that you basically slept the last 2 days in bed trying to
Very long sleeps. Not very good sleeps.
That's too bad. Sounds like you need to have some soup about it.
Maybe. Or just the fire. So, what's up with the lizard thing?
with the lizard thing.
Oh, he's one of us, unfortunately.
Okay. Is he good?
Are you good?
Me smash.
He's stupid.
Appears so am
He
I.
shall be my valiant steed.
You
Oh, yeah.
look over at Kessir, Umi, and when Kaisetra goes, he's stupid. Kessir just goes under his breath, yeah, fits right fucking in.
I bet you could line us up in like a nice tight gradient of like dumbass to heart of ass.
If your guys' intellect was a shot grouping pattern, it would be ideal. You're all in the same fucking area. But yeah, looking at him, he's
No fair.
tall, and he carries a pole arm on his back, a very large arm. And he looks like he's pretty strong. In fact, you briefly remember some of the things talking about how this dragon king drug in a body to the bar for buying himself a drink. And looking at him, he doesn't look much like a dragon. He looks much more like a snake, but you can kind of make out some of the standard features of the. There's not a lot of dragonborn in Arendar, simply because it's too cold. It's very hard for them to survive in most of the area. There will be some in Syrian, some in Linden, in the slightly warmer climates, but most of the north, which you are in currently, is a little too cold. So it's actually pretty uncommon to see.
God.
I don't really need
We're talking about
Trichopolis.
snitties.
I don't really need Trichopolis using the words firm, supple breasts.
What happened last session that like because we were like, yeah, Satek, go get her. And Kessir fucking saluted and Trichopolis failed some sort of
Yeah, you're
check.
about to do battle.
Yeah. Trichopolis believes that Satek was slaying the dragon, as it were.
The bad dragon.
Anyways, in fact, on that note, I do want to take a very quick moment to showcase something that I have done. I'm actually quite proud of this, and I am going to have Kaisetria do this for me as a test. Kaisetria, there is Eloise up here in the top right next to you.
Yeah.
You will notice in everybody's favorites is two skills. One is seductive technique, one is pleasure and tolerance. Go ahead and please target Eloise with seductive technique. It should pop up. This is just for demonstration purposes. this, but it
That's
should
okay, but I think it'd be really funny. Hey, baby, watch this.
perfect. It should have
Okay.
popped you up an option. There's 4 choices. Nice. It works exactly like that. It rolls a wisdom check, or a strength check, or a dex check, or a charisma check versus their AC. If you succeed on that, they will unequip their armor. In this case, they don't really have armor, but they have it in their inventory, but they don't have it equipped. So then, please roll pleasure performance for me. Same target. So in this case, you would have failed. Roll it again. You failed twice. Okay. So you have to succeed 2 out of the 3. If you fail 2 out of the 3, then it's a failure. My point, though, is that I realize something. Satek is actually quite persuasive. Satek has absolutely no fucking con.
Yeah.
Whereas somebody who has really high con might have no charisma.
Ooh,
And
yeah,
so
no.
I created a system that allows you to use a seductive technique that then will unequip the armor if the NPC is wearing armor to lower the con check. So if you succeed on your seductive technique, you can lower the AC for the con check if they are wearing armor. This makes it fair for everyone because you get to pick the skill, the relevant skill that you are best at. So you still have to pass the con check on the back end, but it makes that path a little bit easier. That way, hopefully, it just kind of automates that. But yeah, I coded all of that shit. I'm very fucking proud of it. Anyways, back to what we're doing. Satek, the taste of blood is still kind of fresh in your mouth, and I mean you've tasted blood before you were turned, and it always had that kind of bitter iron taste. But as it was earlier, the taste that lingers in your mouth is like the sweetest wine you have ever had. And the power that is coursing through your veins makes you feel almost invincible. Foolhardy, but almost invincible. And you think back to the events of the night, the custom tailored suit that you were still wearing, that with a mere thought and gesture changes back into your life. You think back to the night spent with Lenore, not necessarily knowing whether or not you can trust her or her brother in the mission they've kind of thrust upon you. You don't know if you can trust the tailor. The one thing that you do know is that somewhere out there, hiding in every shadow, lurking around every corner, is a madman with a rifle and a bullet with your name. And you are quite fortunate to have survived the encounter that you did. In fact, as you think of these things, you realize that in your zeal to dispatch your combatants, that you had left your back wide open, and that if you keep trying to go at this alone, solo, without somebody to watch your back, you might not live to see another sunrise. You are outmanned and outgunned, and your only lead is an artifact to an entity whose origin you are unfamiliar.
Well, then I'm just gonna just sit back and just keep reveling in hindsight and trying to figure out my next plan.
Make a history check for me. Yeah, I'll say that's enough.
Are you
because
going to defrost them in the microwave?
For like 2 seconds.
with a 13,
Pop over it.
I'm gonna wait till that conversation up there finishes. With a 13, the events of the night are still fairly fresh. And you think back to both instances, one kind of in that early morning period, and then of when you saw the flashing, but you were unable to see the shooter. But yet, it sounded like his voice was in your ear the entire time. And as you think about that starts to trouble you. How did it sound? Like he was all around me, yet I could not see him. I couldn't dodge. I'm very used to being able to nimbly escape what could be a fatal blow. But I never saw him coming until the last possible second, and even then he was faster than me. As you're contemplating these things, it starts to not add up.
So it makes me wonder if he's also a member of the Lost.
Make a history check. The DC on this is a 20. In the hubbub, in the battle, you never quite got a look at him. Like I said, it was as if he was invisible. But that thought sticks in the back of your head. It didn't sound like how Legolas and Kessir or Amelia talk in the tongue of the lost, if you will, that sort of telepathy. But it was similar. It was really similar.
I'll have to keep that in mind. I'm gonna just try and see if I can figure it out.
At this stage, Vola has been recharged. Everybody has gone to bed. It is now early morning, and we are back to the wind is whipping around this area. You can hear it creaking through the door that blows open occasionally with a blustery gust as another patron makes their way for a hot meal. Amelia, you remember to a customer when Trichopolis and how quick they were to lay the blame at your feet instead of deducing facts as they were. And then a thought creeped into the back of your head. If the tailor was able to change the opinion of everybody in the ballroom, not everybody who attended the party was there at the end. Namely, Captain Corellius and a few of the What do they remember about what went wrong? Were they also affected by the tailor? Or are your guys' crimes, as they were, still on the books under the eye of the captain?
He left.
That does sound kind of fishy. And I'm not just talking about the shrimp here.
Who's strip?
Which shrimp? My shrimp?
You've got like a big anaconda coming for the shrimp. What do you exactly call it?
He is the big anaconda.
Yeah. I'm going to think that maybe there's some foul play here. Because otherwise it was racial profiling, those assholes!
As you're eating breakfast, you hear heavy thump of boots on the snow-covered walkway leading. Now, people have been coming in and out of the tavern basically all morning, but this sounds like a legion. This is enough that you can hear it over the noise of the tavern itself. And the door blows open. Give me 1 second, everybody. And in strides. Ignore the fact that his token is massive. It's very hard.
Whoa!
God damn.
Exactly. He's huge.
That's a big bitch.
That's a jockey boy.
When did the mountain from Game of Thrones came here? When did Gregor Clegane get here?
And in walks Captain Corellius, surrounded by numerous guards.
Ooh.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Hey,
I want to make a
buddy.
proactive attempt to, kind of like make myself scarce.
Okay. I will say, because this is a well-lit tavern early in the morning, there's quite a few people around. I would say make a stealth check and disadvantage. I mean,
Oh
it's
no!
reliable talent. Give me just
No, there was no reliable talent to that. That was a natural 14 plus 10.
Well, he has an 11, and I'm not rolling each guard individually, so I'm gonna roll them. Basically, this is their group check, so I will roll them with advantage because there's a lot of them, but still a 12 and a 3. So yeah, you guys just see Satek leaning in his chair, set his mug on the table, and like slide down his chair under the table, and he's gone. Next thing you know, Satek is gone. Captain Corellius walks in, looks over, and he just points first at Amelia, second at Kysethria, and third at Trichopolis. Put him in irons.
Oh, fuck this.
Trichopolis turns around and goes, "You!" and just points his pole arm at Captain Corellius.
You ran.
Under the orders of the high nobility of Cavenshaws, you are all under arrest for the murder of multiple of the Cavenshaws nobility. Having been hired to safeguard the party, you instead committed atrocious acts.
This is some bullshit. They
Yeah,
were
fucking
vampires.
bet.
Not again. I've already been arrested.
If you choose
Hey,
to,
I chose to rage.
cool your ass.
Already targeting one of the guards right now.
I stomp on the ground and I say, "Let's do it."
if you choose to resist, I will have you drugged to the block.
Can I calm emotions him?
Yes. You can calm emotions on Tricop.
Elf lives matter, asshole.
Well, the fucking guy who, first of all, cool it.
Okay, fine. Where's my rage end?
You can use it as a bonus action, or she chose calm emotions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we're calming these emotions.
And she got. Yep.
Shut the fuck up.
Wait.
Whoa! Whoa!
Wait, what does that do?
Amelia, you feel a sense of calm wash over you, and you are suddenly more compliant. Tricop, you did state that you were going to drop your rage, which is why I dropped your rage.
I see.
I will give you the option. I will give you the option. If you want to resist dropping your rage, I will let you re-rage without using the ability cost, because you did roll a natural 20 to resist all emotions. So that is up to you. You can either choose to negate it, or I will let you choose to continue raging.
I'm gonna choose to follow calm emotion.
I see that cooler heads have prevailed.
They had a lot of floating hearts. It's very cute.
Yes, don't you love that? Don't you love my little floating hearts for calm emotions?
Yeah.
But a couple of the guards step forward, and Amelia, you are put in manacles. Tricop, so are you. And Kaisetria, you are also put in manacles. So give me just 1 second.
Bye, Kessir. We're going to jail.
Kessir looks at Captain Corellius and goes, "You're making a mistake."
Yeah.
Yeah.
The law demands that there be vindication.
How many nobles did you talk to? Certainly not all of them.
Enough.
Like 3?
You also forget that I watched one of your comrades.
Layla. Yeah, you can take her, actually.
I watched a spleen go through someone's spine.
Did
Can she gaslight him into thinking that he didn't see anything?
I'm
Just
sorry.
innocently touch her head and go, that didn't happen.
I'll let you roll a persuasion check. I will roll it. Well, I will roll a persuasion check for you.
And I mean, you can either roll it for me or I can roll it on D&D.
I'll go ahead and roll it on my side just because opening another tab will make Foundry kill me. You rolled a natural 19 minus 1, which is an 18. However, he will get advantage because he was there. So
I thought he ran before she curse-bloated that guy.
no, he technically had to bow out after, because I accidentally deleted every token in my compendium, and so Corellius wasn't working. Oh, I accidentally rolled that at disadvantage. My bad.
God damn it. Oh no, just take the 3.
He rolls a 15. You manage. He blinks, and his eyes go. Well, maybe it wasn't exactly through the spine. My point still remains.
But if you can't even remember what happened, are you really a reliable witness? Because I mean, clearly you're making mistakes. Are you sure you didn't have too much fun at the party and got drunk or something?
Is this where her intelligence comes in? Has she become fucking law gnome?
Oh no. Well, the best way to learn how to break the law is to learn what the law actually is.
I put a cute little gray charcoal suit in my outfit.
No, you're still currently in your blinged out purple fucking
That's
glamour
so-
dress. But he points to a guard. Take this one too.
She's so cute.
You know, the tailor would be very upset if you took her.
The tailor.
Yeah.
As if that mattered.
Oh, I might.
Lilith, while this is all going on, you were kind of off where you were dealing with Avala previously. What are you doing?
Can I hear the conversation?
Make a perception check. With it at advantage because Corellius is not quiet.
Did the tailor not resurrect the guy that she exploded?
No, he was
You said perception.
yes, perception at advantage. He cannot resurrect. He can only make it look like it was a different set of circumstances.
That one was cocked. Ah. Perception. 10.
Okay.
That's with advantage.
I'm gonna say the no. You cannot hear what is going on.
In that case, I will probably just tuck myself more up where Avala is. So, like, over here. And just kind of hang out by the fire and just toast.
Satek, you are still currently under the table. And you
Oh
can,
my God,
you can
this is
clearly hear what is going on. And you hear the sound of manacles being put on Trichopolis, Amelia, Ashira, and Kysek. And you guys are all kind of linked together. And your weapons are confiscated. So I will need everybody to unequip their weapons that is in that list. And you are all marched out into the street.
Oh no. Oh
Kysek,
no. How are we going to get out of
as Captain Corellius is putting the chains on, he leans down and whispers in your ear, "My hand was forced."
Aww. Aww. Aww.
Give me just 1 second. You guys are marched out. You make your way through the streets of Cave and Josk. And as you meander through some of the back alleys, you are eventually brought to what appears to be like a small outpost, if you will, off in a corner. And it is got a very high fence that stretches kind of from corner to corner where it's buried in this wall. And below it is a very large pit with a metal grate kind of over the top, so air and the elements still get in, but the grate itself is kind of like a fine wire mesh. It would be almost impossible to climb up the walls and get out. But that being said, give me just 1 second while I finish this. Oh, got back at. Much appreciated. Let me get everybody set up. I need a Kysatria here. I need a Tricop this one. And I need go ahead and get this activated. And you guys are drugged down a set of stairs. Oh, I also need to undo token vision. Lighting.
Oh shit.
Not fog exploration. There we go. You guys are taken down a winding flight of stairs and eventually popped out through a door. You make your way through the warden's office and you are all stuck in individual cells at the very bottom of this open air prison that is set about 5 stories below ground. It's a pit that has been carved out of the rock. And that pit is like I said, is open air and all the elements are still pouring in and it is cold and it is damp. And there's numerous guards
around. Me when your mom when your mom and
Are you having a stroke?
Yeah, right.
That's that tismerism.
Yeah. Yes.
But you guys are thrown into a cell. The gates are locked behind you, and looking around, you see on either side of the wall these very large golem type creatures that are standing in that little kind of corner gap that keep an eye on the prison beds. There's a few guards milling around the area, but you guys are basically locked in here, awaiting trial, death. You don't actually know. Laylit, Satek, Umi, you guys find yourself with Kessir back at the end, trying to figure out exactly what to do. Because out of the people guilty, as it were, it was kind of all of you guys, except for Umi, who doesn't know what the fuck is going on. Razzie with Redeem a Shot. Thank you, Razzie. Blackberry Whiskey.
oh, dude, that
but-
sounds fucking amazing.
It is quite good. Oh boy. But you guys find yourself back at the end. Just what happened in a whirlwind. And you guys know that Amelia and Kaisetria in particular are not really to blame for what happened. And you don't know what you're going to do. As that group is leaving, the arrested party, I should say, as they are leaving, what are the three of you doing?
I guess I'm just relieved I was getting arrested this time.
Yeah, and that you don't have to. Oh yeah, you don't have to talk to anyone, and
Well,
Sit by
first of all,
the
it's also-
fire.
Well, I would have been casually just like kind of skulking about and following them to the prison, and then just look it over a little bit.
Go ahead and make a stealth check for me. That was a natural 1. Your reliable balance does not save you from natural 1s. Sajak, you step outside.
It sure doesn't.
You step outside and step on the creakiest floorboard, and the next thing you know, you are caught in irons, and you
Oh, damn.
brought along to the prison. A little bit behind everybody, but your stealth does not end up saving you. Your wrist blades are forcefully taken off of you, and they pat you down. And they don't feel anything. Just leave it at that. Layla, what are you doing?
I at least saw them all get carted off, right?
Yeah. You also saw Satek slinking after them, heard the loudest floorboard creak of your entire fucking life, followed by his protests and the sound of manacles.
So as I see him start to leave, I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself.
Okay. Yeah, you cast invisibility. Let me. Let's see. Yeah, so you cast invisibility on yourself. Umi, Lalith is standing there, and then Lalith is not standing there
Maybe I should have been a ninja, not a samurai.
anymore. Career path change.
Well, I ain't stealthy. I assume we're leaving Metal Girl behind.
Yes, Avala is still in sentry mode.
Okay, well, that's good. I'll probably not touch her this time.
As long as like they don't come back through.
So are the two of you then deciding that you're going to follow where everybody went?
Yes,
I mean, may as well will.
I immediately casted invisibility and I started following.
Okay. So what I need is we're going to do a group check. Kessir is going to be coming along with. And we're going to do a group DC check between the three of us. And Layla, if you get advantage because you are invisible. So I need everybody to make a stealth check, please.
Caroline?
No, just
Not the people in the prison.
Umi.
Like I said, I should have been a ninja.
She rolls a disadvantage because plate.
This armor ain't quiet.
Kessir looks at you. You can always take it off. I'm just
Maybe
saying for the mission.
Maybe.
Well, I think that like Umi is pretty new, so Kessir doesn't know how fucking dumb she really can be. Although he was around for he was kind of around for when we tore up downtown.
I got a 10.
With advantage?
Yeah.
Fucking shit. Okay, well, here
The
we
other one
go.
was a nat 1, so
Hang on. Actually, I might actually
I probably sound like a coin bag walking around.
have it.
Jingle, jingle, jingle.
I do not have Pass Without a Trace. I was like, oh, maybe I have Pass Without a Trace. I don't. $22. Okay. The rock in the hard place is that this is a failure because Umi rolled a critical fail on a stealth check, which counts as 2.
Are we all arrested?
Well, you and I are. Layla, you're invisible. Which is the only. What was
Kessir
that?
didn't do anything. Umi didn't do anything. They're just
We're-
watching.
I breathed in their vicinity.
We are trying. We are clearly following them to break our friends out of prison. we are caught in the act of trying to sneak in the fence, whatever it was. But Umi and I are both captured. Umi, I will need you to unequip your 2 weapons for me, please.
Great. How do I do that?
In your character sheet, go to inventory, and then if you look at Katana of the Forest and Tanto of the Fields, there's a little person icon on the right-hand side.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
I see.
And then I need to stick my ass in one of these fucking cells.
Like,
Layla, you
fucking dumbasses.
Kessir was actually doing pretty good until as we were all navigating through the side streets. Umi slips on a patch of ice and goes careening into a brick wall, and her plate armor just rattles and clangs. And the next thing that you see is 2 guards accost Kessir and Umi and drag them in, and you are left outside of this prison, looking through the fence. It's kind of like this really high chain link fence, and then you can see beyond this pit that presumably is where everybody is being
Hmm.
Why am I with the lizard?
Kessir, I
lost a
didn't
song.
expect you to disappoint me.
I told Umi to take off the plate mail. I was met with disdain. She then stumbled into a wall. Here we are.
It sounded like the whole kitchen coming down.
You didn't stop Umi from, like, I don't know, walking out of the tavern and, like, plan.
Plan? When have we ever had a plan?
Well, you do the first half of the plan, and the second half, like, doesn't go.
Let me remind
Was walking out part of the plan?
Let me remind you. I normally have a plan. I then watch all of you take that plan, throw it out the window.
Yeah, but did we die?
No, you just killed pieces of my soul slowly.
You know, trauma usually makes people better in bed anyways.
No wonder I'm aces. Last I saw, last I didn't see, Lele didn't get captured. So we might stand.
You want to say that a little bit softer? Layla's didn't get captured.
My point
assume-
is, we are going to have to attempt a breakout. Or I might need to call in a favor.
I thought that the rest of you were going to break us out. However, Satek's over there, and that's kind of like the guy.
Just as a quick heads up, you do not know that Satek is over there. You can only see me and Ashira. For those that are on the right side of the map, Tricop, Satek, and Amelia and Umi.
Are you gonna hang yourself in the prison cell?
Jesus.
No.
You guys
Steering for car
can
asphyxiation.
only see on your side of the prison.
Okay.
And Umi, you were thrown in with Tricop simply because it was the first cell that was available.
Sorry.
Every cell already has a person in it, so they just fill them in order.
At least there's 2 beds.
Yeah, but one John.
No.
You know what? That's fine. There's a floor for a reason.
I've read enough smut. I know how this goes.
Lizard.
You just see Kessir look around. You know, there's quite a few nobles who pay a high price for a locale such as this.
All right. Well, that get us out of prison.
Actually, it might. The problem is getting word out of a prison is borderline impossible.
I've read enough smut. I know how this works.
Very careful not to drop the soap.
Yeah.
Layla, you find yourself at the gate, still invisible. A couple of guards are chatting amongst themselves, but not really watching too closely because they've captured their supposed targets, and because you're not spotted in the inn, they are unaware of your current whereabouts. What are you doing?
Is the gate open, like enough to squeeze through, or is it completely closed?
The gate is closed. You don't know if it is locked, but the gate is closed. So there's two guards on either side of the gate, maybe 4 feet to one side, 4 feet to the other, and the gate in between them is closed. You do not remember hearing it lock after Kessir and Umi were brought in.
Okay. And is there no other way to get in besides the gate?
There, not that you can see, but you can make a investigation check for me.
Rolling that one, and you get fucking caught with the rest of us.
I'm just start saying my stuff. Let me sit in here.
7.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't see anything other than the gate. Like I said, the chain link walls or fences are pretty high. They're 20 feet vertically, and very fine mesh. So even if, like, let's say you were a druid, for example, wild shaped into like a sparrow, you would be able to fit through the gap. You would have to change into something incredibly minute. And the risk is that they could be magically guarded. You don't know. And so if you wild shaped hypothetically and try to fit through it, it could force unshift you, and all of a sudden your body is now cut in half by being forced to untransform in the middle of a chain link fence. So could be a problem.
Give me just a second.
Nice nose, boy.
Saytek, do you have a rope of any kind?
You're gonna say that a little bit louder.
Your personal inventory is, for lack of a better phrase, inaccessible. So you have your armor. They did not remove you from your armor, but your weapons and your tools are not in your inventory. So I'm not going to make everybody go through the work of removing them from their inventory. But things like rope or a dungeoneering kit or a torch, you don't have
Or
those.
okay.
So you have the armor that you are in.
Which to me is my skin. So
Okay.
Which one's that, boy? You're fucking screaming in here.
I'm gonna take a look outside the cell and see if any of the guards are paying attention to me.
Go ahead and make a perception check. Yeah, the guard directly in front of you. This one right here, keeps rotating and turning and just kind of scanning. The one that is up here in this kind of top corner is doing a path that looks roughly like this. So they each have a quadrant that they handle. This guy handles the, I'm going to call it the north side. This one handles the south down here, and this guy kind of just patrols this middle area. You do notice that he's got a pattern that looks kind of like this. He passes by and he turns to look away on that upward tip. So as he advances on the southern section, his back is to you. But yes, at any point, almost always one of them has their eye on you because of how they rotate through their ships.
Well, seeing as how, at least according to the map, the cell that I am in is kind of dark and shadowy.
It is. Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, it is dark and shadowy. You're welcome.
Yeah. So since I'm in the shadows, I'm automatically invisible, so they can't see me.
They can, but not. Let me explain. They physically, with their eyeballs, can't see you, but they can see you. That's about as much information as I am able to give, unless he wants to make an Arcana check.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
Yeah, go ahead and make an Arcana check. Yeah, you. That's enough. Your mind reaches out through the vast field of magic, and you realize that the gates and the bars have a magical link, and then inset within the walls are these little arcane eyes, like eyes of scrying sort of idea, and those invisibility doesn't matter to them, and they are able to they kind of sweep like a scanner, for lack of a better phrase, like a radar scanner. And as you're focusing on it, you can see the moment in your mind when that eye passes over yourself. And as you reach out a hand and touch the bar kind of in front of you, the moment that you feel the eye upon you, your cell kind of vibrates with a little bit of magic as it's being scanned. But while you are technically invisible, when that eye passes over you, you are visible to whoever can access that scrying eye. And it looks like they are inset. I'm gonna actually see if I can draw. This is gonna be a little bit crude, but there is one about here, and there's one about there, and they feed in to the warden's office.
And the arcane eye with that Arcana check, am I able to pick out any kind of like defenses or weak point or anything like that?
Let me see. You can't necessarily see. There we go. I'm gonna put one there. Put one there. It's not a corporeal form for this eye. It is definitely a summon. I will say that you got that off of your Arcana check.
Okay. And what kind of like how long in between the eye fixating on me do I have?
Make a perception check for me. This is the count of seconds. That is a natural one.
Wow, 2 nat ones in a fucking night.
That's nuts. You're kind of unsure. You start counting, but as you count, Um, it's like the time varies. Sometimes it's 30 seconds. Sometimes it's 3. Sometimes it's a minute and a half. And then other times it's like that eye is fixated on your door specifically. Make an intelligence check at disadvantage because you rolled a nat 1. Make an intelligence check at disadvantage to try and determine why that is. Yeah, you have no idea.
Damn.
This is your first time experiencing this kind of magic before, this kind of surveillance. But yeah,
Well, I'm gonna say fuck it, and I'm gonna pull the thieves' tools out of one of my pockets, and I'm just gonna quickly see if I can pick the lock on the door, and then put them back in my pocket.
would you like the DM to help you, or would you like to continue with your path? I will give you the option.
Here,
DM
I'm gonna
said,
do it
"Are you
this way.
sure about that?"
I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna do it this way. 1 is DM help. 2 is continue.
I like it. Let's fucking do it. It's a 2.
Of course.
Wee.
Yeah. So you pull out your thieves' tools from inside the pocket, that little void. The moment you touch a lockpick to the keyhole, Satek, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Okay.
You'll take half. You are zapped with an electric surge of energy that makes you look like one of those cartoon X-rays. And you take
Damn.
half,
Holy shit.
half of 39. That's what, roughly 18? 18,
Are you
19?
rounding up or rounding down?
Rounding down, which would
It'd be 19.
Yeah. So you take 19 points of damage as you're kind of violently thrown backwards, and you realize that these bars are magically enchanted to resist being lockpicked. They require a particular type
Do we hear this on the other side?
of. I make everybody on the left side of the map make a perception check to see if you hear the zap and then the thud of Satek slamming backwards against the wall.
Would we be able to recognize Satek's pain?
Oh, I'm a master of being quiet most of the time.
The DM overrides. Satek is screaming like a little bitch. No, you, Kai Cetri, you hear the zoop and then whack of something hitting a wall quite forcefully, and the only person that you know that would attempt to pick the lock. Well, there's 2 of them. One is to the cell to the left of you, and the other is not near you, so you could probably surmise that it is Satan.
What happened? Did you touch the bars?
You, to those on the right, you are unable to hear this. It is only the reverberation of the magic and how hard he hit that wall that you were able to pick it up, but you cannot hear voices. Who
That's
else
okay. She'll say it anyway. She
On-
thinks it's funny.
on that left side? What did everybody else roll? Oh, I technically have to roll for Ashira if she needs me to.
Yes, please.
I got you. Your perception is also ridiculously high, so. Oh, well, never mind. You rolled a 6.
Yeah.
You rolled a 10. You are too busy trying to see if you can fit in the bucket. Layla, you outside that gate. What are you doing?
I'm going to use telepathy on the guard closest to me and persuade him to open the gate.
I would normally make the persuasion at disadvantage because you are asking him to break the law, but I will allow it as a straight roll What do you tell
Because
him?
Jedi mind trick.
Are you still invisible?
Yeah.
So you're like, hey, it's your god, it's your conscience. You should.
Let's see. Try and
Oop, sorry, my bad. Wrong button. Ignore that.
persuade him that he was actually supposed to talk to his captain and completely forgot. And he needs to go and do that.
Okay. Go ahead and make a straight persuasion check. Okay. 21.
21.
And he will first off roll a insight check. Oh no, he will. Yeah, so he will roll an insight check, which he's not going to beat. But then he's going to roll an intelligence check. And so insight is to determine whether or not he's convinced, and intelligence is to determine whether or not he actually needs to do the thing. Yeah, he doesn't fucking know. And so he like pauses. Hi. I think I was supposed to speak to the captain. The other guard just kind of looks at him. Dude, you know, he really does not like it when you don't show up on time for meetings. I remember last week I was a little bit late trying to, just get a little bit of that tip lip, and he made me do push-ups in the yard for a week. Right, I'm gonna get my cheeks. Stay here, keep an eye out for anything. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. I swear to God, if you drink all the booze in the stash. And he unlocks the gate and goes through. But he does keep his hand on the gate, so as he opens it, he passes through, and he's turning to shut the gate behind him.
I follow as best as I can to sneak through the gate.
Make an acrobatics check to. I need an acrobatics and a stealth check. The stealth check will be at advantage because you're invisible. So do stealth first, because snow on the ground leaving footprints. Invisible people still leave footprints.
Advantage is alt, right?
Yes, left alt.
Yeah.
He will. Oh. Okay, so first off, perception. You step through the gate, and a bit of your clothing gets caught, and it rips a little. And he wheels around, hands still on the gate. Oi, who's that?
Boy.
I'm gonna keep on the telepathy and pressure that meeting with the captain.
Make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
That is a natural one. He kind of blinks his eyes. Wait a minute. My meeting's tomorrow. Alright, he's telling me lies. He draws his sword or his spear and starts jabbing at the air in front of him. I need you to make a dexterity save. He's gonna blind stab. He missed. You slip by him as you see this guard furiously pike stabbing the air. As he's doing this, more guards start gathering around. you make your way to the door, and you see this kind of long metal ladder that just descends into the darkness.
Is there anyone around it?
There is one guard who is stationed near the ladder, but he is currently not paying that much attention.
Then I'm gonna go down.
I'm gonna let the Snuggles boy out real fast. He's very hungry. He is very screamy. Snuggles boy.
Wonder if some of these.
Yeah, you start making your way down this ladder, and it's cold. Like the metal rungs are cold; they're kind of icy because it's open to the elements. Make another dexterity check for me to dex or strength to maintain your grip on the ladder to slide down
A save or just a check?
it. A check. Oh yeah, much more than enough. You maintain your grip and slide down this ladder rather effortlessly. As you make it to the bottom, you find yourself in front of a large circular vault door with 2 guards posted up on either side. At this point, you see Kessir and Umi just being led through this door.
I'm going to use my telepathy to link with Kessir and say, we need a distraction.
I can wind the gnome up and set her off.
Because I can't break everyone out of here. I managed to barely make it in here.
As the door closes, you slip through. Let me go ahead and add Layla. Layla. There you are. And I need to concentrating on invisibility. It did not give you the invisible condition. There we go. You are invisible. But yeah, Kessir, I'll do what I can. Try cup. You start grabbing boulders. I need you to make a strength check or an athletics check at disadvantage because you are trying to pick up a boulder about 4 times your size and weight.
Okay.
You can use your dice, or you can use the
I can use
fucking.
my dice. So let's
Just roll it twice
Roll it twice.
and pick the lowest one.
Lowest of the 2.
Lowest plus your mod.
Gotcha.
My dice were not being friendly.
Yeah,
Computer dice it is.
I noticed.
I went through like 5 sets.
I mean, no one's had worse luck than poor Satek. Yeah, I like to roll stealth.
Where's my character sheet?
Which, by the way, the only time David ever rolls nopes as Satek in this campaign is when he does a stealth check. Like, it's the only time I've ever seen it.
And con saves.
And con save. That's true.
7 plus 9.
16 or
17 plus 9.
So it'll be a 16.
Okay, a 16. I'm going to say that that is not enough to be able to pick up one of these boulders. You're able to lift it kind of like an Atlas ball, but you are unable to throw it. You get the distinct feeling that should you try to ram this boulder into the gate, there's a high likelihood that you're going to damage your back pretty bad. And about the time that you've just lifted it up off the ground, you see like a silhouette of what you can only assume to be Satek trying to lockpick the door, and then you watch him get thrown violently backwards. And the thought
Okay.
occurs to you in a moment of rare clarity that should you throw this boulder at the door, if it explodes, it will come back at you like a million pieces of shrapnel, and you will be lizard Swiss cheese.
Got it. I put the boulder back down and just sigh for like a humph. Ah, fine. Fart. Yeah.
Ashira, you're in a cell next to Kessir. And it's dank and damp and dark. It feels kind of like home. Like, honestly, you've always wanted to attempt a prison break. You've tried very creative ways to get thrown into the clink. This time, you're not even actually guilty, but that's kind of what makes it fun. And for you, this is a bit of a game. You know, really for the most part, you're innocent, but there's something therapeutic about quite a few of the holier than thou members of the party who have given you shit for causing problems getting thrown in the slammer. You're kind of just along for the ride.
Okay, first of all, I assume the guards are in uniform.
The guards are in a uniform. It's kind of like this brown leather cuirass with like plate guards. They're all carrying like blackjacks and things along those lines.
Smash.
Okay, so step one, I want to shift my outfit to be an exact match of their uniform.
Oh no. Okay. You think and you think and you think until a blood vessel in your forehead is about to pop. And then all of a sudden, with kind of like a ruffle of fabric and a snapping of metal pieces in place, you go from pretty and purple to pretty fucking disgusting because the guard outfits are not chic at all. But you do look like a member of the guard. Well, you
Okay,
look
but-
ish like a member of the guard. None of them are gnomes, but
Okay,
but yeah.
remember, by the logic of copying Satek's outfit earlier, I know that when I copy somebody's outfit that's bigger than me, I grow to be their size.
You grow to be their size, but you just look like a human-sized gnome. So
Yes, but
So-
I'm a human-sized gnome in their guard uniform.
somebody's
I want to convince them that I am a coworker who just started on the job and got myself locked in. I am the poor new
Get him.
guy who did a hazing ritual, locked myself in accidentally.
okay. So you change form. First off, how we're going to do this is I'm going to have you make a stealth check because the same arcane eye that Satek is dealing with, as well as the guard patrols, they are scanning over yourself. So, here's what we're going to do first. We got to do a couple of checks in order to make this pass. Number one, do you notice the arcane eye? So I'm going to have you roll a perception check, which luckily for you is a strong suit. So I'm going to roll perception for you. You rolled a 15. I would say that is enough. You sense the same sort of magical, watchful eye that passes over you, the same as Satan does. Next, I am going to have you roll a stealth check to try and time your outfit change. So we're going to try and time your outfit change with a stealth check. It is also a 15. I'm going to say that passes as long as you can beat his perception, which is a straight roll. He rolled an 11. So you do manage to change outfits. Last but not least, having both of those things succeed, you will make a persuasion check. And your persuasion check is a natural 18 minus 1 for a 17 against his insight. And he rolls a natural 15. You have somehow fucking succeeded on all three of these.
Wow.
Okay, so I have convinced him that I am a new guard here and I have gotten myself locked in and that he should let me out. And in return, I am going to cover the rest of his shift because I kind of have to make up for missing my shift when I locked myself in.
He looks you up and down. Boy. Give me a moment. I'll go get the master keys from the warden's office.
Oh.
Let me just make sure everything's good to go and that I'm allowed to take off early, and I'll take you up on that offer. And he goes and makes his way over to the keys. About 5, 6 minutes pass, and he hasn't returned yet. And Ashira, you start getting a little worried. And then you hear a door open, and over comes a. Just 1 second. I've got to take you. I'm gonna do this like this. Over comes the guard as well as the warden, and the warden looks you up and down and goes, "Boy, how'd you get stuck in there?"
Honestly, I kind of think it was meant to be a joke, but I was told that I needed to check the buckets in all of the cells, and then the next thing I knew, the door was locked. I was here in the morning shift, and I've been stuck here since. I'm absolutely willing to help finish out the shift that's going on to make up for the hours I missed.
He looks at you. Isn't bucket check supposed to be tomorrow? And then the other guard whose shift you were willing to take goes, "Nope, nope. Pretty sure it was yesterday. Pretty sure."
Mm-hmm.
Fine. And he reaches forward and unlocks the door. Now I got shit to get to do. Don't lock yourself in there again. And he goes back in. And you notice that when he makes it back in, the eye starts reactivating again. And the door creaks open. Well, nice to meet you. Hopefully we keep you. It can be a bit of a tough life, but pays honestly not that great. Food's kind of even worse. But I've headed home. Thank you so much. And one of the guards leaves.
She's gonna go ahead and stand where he was, kind of wink in the direction of the cell because I can't see the map that is closest to that position, and be unassumingly a guard.
You are outside and free. Kessir is directly to your south. South of him is Kaisetria. You are at the top left-hand corner. It's actually kind of unideal that Sog is not played on Foundry today, because I built an entire like secret fucking tunnel that is like perfectly her size that she can't really. But creative solutions. Let me see if there is a disguise that I can use for you. I'm going to use hiding, as it were. You are currently hiding. Yes, you have made it out. Everybody else, for those on the left side, Kaisector, you see the gnome escape. The gnome is loose.
You know what? She is our best bet right now.
To those on the right, Amelia,
Which should definitely worry you.
Yeah, she's fucking worried. She's praying on her bed right now.
you watched Satek, or a shadow of Satek, as it were, get kind of zapped. What are you
I'm trying to Shawshank my way out of here.
doing? Christ. And how are you attempting to accomplish this?
Well, I'm kind of patting around the walls and the floor and the walls of my cell, find any kind of stone or something. Maybe if there's a prisoner before me that should hide anything, or just find a poster of Kel Welch.
Make a investigation check for me.
Okay, investigation.
You don't really find anything. Your cell is pretty locked up tight. You do find a small bit of bone. It looks to be like a small, tiny bit of a tibia or a femur. That is in like a crack in the floor. But other than that, you don't really find anything.
Hey, I can make a shank out of it.
Hey, Trichopolis turns to Satek, kind of like what I said in the chat. I says, "Hey, you find somewhere go? Roll?"
Yeah, he did last night.
And like waves.
As you are saying this, one of the guards comes up and hits the bars with his blackjack. Oi! Quiet down in there.
Echo.
Is he screaming?
Yeah.
He's about to get snatched.
Me not make trouble. Just turn to guard. Say that. Turn to the guard and say, "Me not make trouble."
He looks you up and down. You're like the literal definition of trouble.
Are you still wearing your fucking tux?
Yeah, he's still in a painted fucking tux.
Yeah.
Perfect example of high society.
Trichopolis. The longer you're in the cell, the more your body is starting to shut down. It is freezing fucking cold.
Yeah.
It's the dead ass of winter in the north. You are being like pelted with sleet in open air. The wind is swirling around down there, and there is no place to escape it.
Okay.
Umi, you see a lizard start shriveling up.
Me when your mom.
Maybe it'll fit under my armor. Is it small?
The lizard? No, the lizard is about 7 foot tall.
Maybe I'll give him an arm piece for the tail.
He doesn't have a tail, does it?
Yeah, he does.
I do. Yeah, I'm a humanoid, but with tail.
I hope a lizard had a tail.
Think Argonian.
But humanoid with a front tail.
And that you still have your fucking tentacle dick. Maybe you can show that lock what that tentacle does. I mean, unless you want to get like electrocuted by sticking your dick in strange. But yeah.
Try it off.
It's getting colder and longer. Layla. About the time that you make it up with your back pressed against the side wall, right about here. About the time you make it up to there, you hear a shuffling sound from inside, and a low, hushed tone, speaking with another person. A loud grumble of these new hires can't do anything right. The sound of a chair being pushed backwards against the wall, and somebody leaving and going out through a door on the other side.
But there's still one person in there.
You do not know how many people are in that room. You heard 2 people for sure, and then the sound of a door opening and somebody leaving. But you don't know how many people are in that space.
Okay. And I assume that these walls are super tall, and the
Yeah.
only way through is
Yeah. For those of you who can see the map, the walls, there is a roof over this building. I know it doesn't look like it, but I wasn't going to put the time to make a fucking occlusion tile and all that shit. There's a roof over this middle room. Everything else is open, and the walls are about 40 feet high. They are like huge subdividers that you cannot see over. You can't really hear through. Thank you for the hydrate. But yeah, you're basically in like a stone box. Oh, you're in a stone rectangle. That's it's like a maze, actually. Like all you can do is look up, see the sun. Well, sun. You can see the sky dumping rain and sleet through that grate on the top, about 50, 60 feet above you.
well, since I could kind of hear through the doors, I assume that if I yell, I will be clearly heard.
Yes. If you chose to shout, then whoever's on the opposite side of that wall would be able to hear
Okay. And these grates are like actual grates that go somewhere, right?
You don't know.
Okay.
You hear a voice in your head. The gnome has made it out. I didn't even have to prompt her. She just actually did something useful.
Now, what she chooses to do with that.
I'm gonna respond back in my head. I need the warden's office cleared out so I can get through.
Well, our best bet for that is currently the newest member of the prison guard, Kessir.
Sure.
Which, just to be frank, most of her plans don't generally work out. But I have a really good feeling about this
I'd like to make an action or roll.
one. Sure.
Okay. So Trichopolis is freezing.
Yeah, you were very good.
Due to the fact that there's wind blowing through, gusting in, snow coming in. So I turn to, like, I'm shivering, and I turn to the guard that's right close by to my cell, and I kind of say in like a whimpering voice, like, "Burning animals, help, please, please, I'm dying." I'd like to make a deception roll.
Go ahead. I will allow this. Make a deception check.
16
Nice.
plus 4.
So 20.
20.
Woohoo!
Dirty 20.
Dirty, nasty, slutty 20.
Slutty 20 is now how it's referred to. From here on out.
Slutty
I
20.
will not accept dirty 20. It must be slutty 20.
Dirty, slutty, sleazy.
He is going to make a insight check. And he rolled an 8. And he looks
Should
at
I
you.
hear all this going on?
You know, because this is on the right hand side, and there's two very thick walls between you and them. However, you do hear Kessir and Layla talking, because they're doing it via the lost telepathy, and so you do hear Layla say that she needs the warden's office cleared out. Tricop, you succeed, and as you get closer to the bars, the guard looks at you. He had his blackjack raised, and he kind of lowers it a bit. I'll be back. I'm gonna get you a blanket. And he turns around.
Can I also, before he runs away, can I also request some meal, like some food, some utensil and food?
Prisoners are fed at designated feeding times. Best I can do is a blanket. And he
Okay.
turns around.
Yeah.
And he makes his way over to this door, unlocks it, opens it, goes through, and locks the door behind him.
Mm.
As he does that, the guard that has been patrolling the middle Satek moves to take his spot.
Safe bet. Now's your freaking chance.
Look at Dirty-O's. Baby Dirty-O's.
Roll for something. You got something up your sleeve, Satek.
Well, I certainly do have something up my sleeve. I'm just trying to figure out what.
That was boy.
It's Schmitz.
Do you want him in?
He's already in here.
I already let him in.
I would totally make a cat cam.
I want to take the opportunity to look around and see if there's anything that can benefit me.
Make a investigation check. There's nothing in your cell, but at this moment, you watch Amelia pull a piece of femur out of the ground and kind of just look at it.
Hammer's useful.
Make an intelligence check for me, Satan.
I'm debating whether I should sharpen the edge of the femur or just use a glove
It's like a shiv.
or shank, yeah.
I'll say that's
Yeah.
enough. Bone's not productive.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That is correct.
I mean, it is. It's just fact.
So I'm going to take the opportunity and I'm going to walk over to the wall closest to Amelia.
Thank you.
No.
And I'm going to whisper, just be like, "Hey, give me that."
Amelia, you hear a voice asking you to give up the femur, but you don't see them. I need you to determine whether or not you are talking to the ghost of the femur that you currently have. Please make an intelligence check for me to determine whether or not you know that it's Satan.
Intelligence, okay.
Yep.
Girl.
Saving throw or ability check?
Ability check.
Okay. Oh,
That's a natural one.
Nat, no.
Ghost?
You believe that this is not only the ghost, it is a vengeful, wrathful spirit. And that if you give up this femur, this ghost is going to haunt you. You are terrified. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
It cannot be this stupid.
Apparently you are. You take 14 points of psychic damage as the horrors of what you are going through finally start crashing in on you. And you clutch this femur tight and refuse to let it go.
Okay, Ghost, listen. You can't. I got your femur here. Here, I'll snap it.
Give me
Snapping it.
Give me 1 second. Yeah, so you break the femur.
I form a crossfit. The power of Christ compels you.
As you break this femur, a specter shows up in front of you. Amelia, roll for initiative.
No fucking way, dude. I'm not saving you.
You're
I can't.
such a moron.
Initiative. Okay, hold on. You said initiative?
Yep, and keep in mind, you don't have any weapons.
It's supposed to be the die-shaped one, right?
If you go into the combat tracker, the little 2 cross swords.
Okay.
There
it is.
There's a button there. Yeah, Satek, you're looking at Amelia, who is like fist fighting the air, screaming at the top of their lungs, waving around bits of this bone. What might have been a relatively decent lockpick has now been snapped in half to form a crude crucifix. As Amelia, you're punching the air. As your own mind starts fighting back against you.
Okay. Some lotion and its skin rust against the hose again.
Luckily, it missed.
Okay, I don't have my weapon on me. Just man-made
Unarmed strike.
No, so what you're going to do on your turn is you're going to make wisdom saves. You must pass 2 out of the 3 in order to calm yourself down. Your wisdom save is made against the AC of the target. Make a wisdom saving throw. Okay, you pass the first one. Your breathing starts to slow, and the ghost that you are imagining starts to shimmer and fade out. It is going to try.
I want to take this opportunity to be like, hey, stupid, you know exactly who I am. I'm not a ghost.
Amelia.
Well, apparently the die decided that I am an idiot.
The dice,
the
dice
of and global stupidity.
The dice did decide that Amelia is an idiot, and telling a person that you're not a ghost is exactly the kind of shit a vengeful ghost would say. Amelia, make another wisdom saving throw for me, please.
I'm pissed
While
off.
Michael's rolling, does this officially make 2 of us who think Satek's a ghost?
Yes, actually, technically. Amelia, Amelia believes that there is a ghost in the cell. And Amelia, with that last roll, the ghost of your imagination dissipates. Disappears. And you look down at shattered pieces of a femur in your hand that you violently broke. And then in that moment, you see Satek's face peering through the bars, calling you a fucking moron.
Even I'm pissed off that I'm this stupid.
Amelia would like to rage.
Can I rage, please?
Not as a non-barbarian, unfortunately. You can be very displeased, but you cannot rage. But yeah, Sajak, unfortunately, the femur is basically not usable at this stage.
Way to go, jackass. And I'm just gonna walk away.
Wait, is
Oh,
there I know that fear is kind of fucked, but are there any decent sized pieces that can still kind of be used as a lockpick?
No, the femur being pretty brittle, when you broke it in half, it basically ruptured and fractured
Like
the
chicken bone.
Yeah, the bone itself is cracked. So not only is it in pieces, but the pieces that would be large enough to try and do something with are cracked and chipped. So if you stuck that in a keyhole and tried to turn it, it's just going to shatter in the keyhole, and then you're going to have a jammed lock, and then you're fucked. So,
Damn you, dice! Why'd you make me roll to be an idiot? I shake my fists at you.
Umi, you see Trichopolis successfully barter for a blanket, and there's something about him that's a little on the sly side. He doesn't really give off the impression of somebody who's able to connive or convince his way into things. But you've watched him successfully persuade a guard to show him a little bit of favor.
Mm-hmm. So that means I can get him to get the guard to get me a blanket.
Potentially. Kaisetria, the gnome is loose. You hear Kessir and Layla talking about that they need a way to clear the warden's office. What are you doing?
She's fucking sitting on her bed with her head in her hands.
Are you praying? Are you...
Probably.
Okay, make a religion check for me.
You'll do. 18.
Nice. Yeah, with an 18, you reach out to Theron, and you start with your kind of generic cleric prayer, but then it becomes a little bit more fervent. This is one of the first times that you found yourself in a situation where really no one is going to save you. This is different from being everybody stuck on the boat, and if we all sink together. This is a series of unfortunate events that have kind of stacked against you. You made a deal with a djinn that saved you in the moment, but wishes are very specific things and can't always account for every outlier. You blindly had agreed to help Captain Corellius, only for him days later to throw you in the clink due to some outward pressure. And the one responsibility that you have kind of taken upon yourself is to keep the gnome in check. And even in this moment, you are unable to do that. You really find yourself at your wits' end. And then you hear a strong, brassy, commanding voice just reverberate through the store. My followers are creatures of ingenuity. Think outside the box. What can you control?
Outside the box, like outside the cell. She takes a look around inside her cell.
Make an investigation check.
Haha. Oh. 10.
I'll say 10 is enough. It's just right on the average. You find a broken wooden handle of what appears to be like a spoon or a fork.
Alright. So I'm sure fucking Satek found something to...
He did. Then he watched Amelia snap it over her knees.
whatever Satek you had to bad for the door, she doesn't know that there's like a whole surveillance system, so she's
You pick up this small bit of wooden utensil, and you kind of saunter up to the door. And as you get close to it, you can feel like this. I'm going to use the term electrical energy, even though it is not really electricity, but you feel this sort of arcane buzz coming from this door. And you tentatively reach out that wooden bit and tap it. You don't get a reaction.
Can she whittle the spoon into a key?
Into a key?
Into it for the door. Reach outside and Can
I
you
will
not?
allow you to. Well, here I will allow you to do it. Do you know what the inside of that lock is?
no.
So you just want to make a key and just pray?
Shove it up my ass too.
Hey, there we go. You would probably have better luck trying to make a lock pick than you would an actual.
Oh, that'll do.
Caleb, I sent you a DM on Discord.
Danke. Give me a second while I take a look.
Can I fucking telepathy to fucking Satek? Hey, how do I whittle a spoon into a lock?
Ooh. Real fast.
Oh, should I give it to Kessir?
Uh,
no.
I'm providing an answer to a query. Do you hand the or try to hand the wooden handle over to Kessir?
Probably not.
Okay.
Kessir, you wouldn't know how to fucking make a lockpick out of this, would you? Or are you too pretty boy to know how to need one?
Lockpick, no. Flute, absolutely.
Yeah, we know how much you love blowing on rods.
Do you have a better idea for a distraction? When was the last time you think any of these gods had actually good music?
I don't know, I could show them my tentacle dick.
That might invite quite a few gods into your cell if you catch my drift.
So there's a chance that they get out of. No, okay, so she's going to ask for guidance from Satek if he knows how to whittle shit into a lockpick.
Satek, you hear the sultry, dulcet tones of Pysetria asking if you know how to whittle sticks. Or do you have a whittle stick?
We have really bad reception down here. Do you know how to use your stick?
I'm going to choose to ignore that.
Fine.
You hear no response. Like
I
I
also
said,
replied in whisper.
yeah, I see it. I'm still going to hold to my original no. I do not think that playing cards could be forged into a lock. For the reasons that I stated. Genius thinking outside the box. Because of how wet it is and the fact that it is open air, I do not think that they would be able to forge a lock strong enough to get through. Layla.
All right.
You hear the sound of the opposite door open again, and the sound of a heavy individual sit back in the chair.
I'm gonna use the marks, and I'm gonna say we need the warden's office cleared out.
Everybody hears this, including you, Tricop. The voice of Leyland is bouncing around your skull like a bouncy ball in a concrete warehouse.
Yeah, that makes me mad. Yeah. Yeah, too much noise in my brain.
Your blanket still
angry.
hasn't arrived. Are you going to rage?
I can cuddle him.
you just see Ubi run up to you, and like Ubi's not very tall, and she just grabs you around the waist.
Are they all in the same? Are we all in the same fucking cell?
2 of them are.
Me and Umi are.
Yeah. And Tricop, Umi grabs you, and she means it to be like a gentle, comforting hug. She's stronger than you, and you find yourself unable to move.
Okay.
Which is real. Like, there's no one stronger than you. You're 7 foot tall and built like a brick shithouse.
Yes.
And Umi's got you basically pinned as she comforts you with plate armor on. It's a thought that counts.
Take your fucking armor off.
It's warmer for me, I promise.
The guard walks by again.
Yep.
Aye, you too. No conjugal visits.
Tricopolis just gets up and stomps his feet on the ground towards the guard and goes, "You know nothing about conjugal visits."
Neither do you.
Well, Ashira, you hear
I know.
Lilith talk about needing to clear out that warden's office. And you are in a perfect position, disguised as a guard, to mayhaps do what you do best, which is cause a problem.
Ashira does that best. What? Are you gonna be indecent?
I definitely heard her say that I need to get the warden out. And I presumably saw the one guard bring Tricops a blanket. So the correct plan of attack here is I'm gonna go tattle to the warden, being like, well, one of the guards brought one of the prisoners a blanket. Should I bring them all blankets? What do you think? And see if I can draw him out.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move you to this door. And yes, you do see the guard just make it out with a kind of ratty prison blanket, but it's a blanket nonetheless. And you see him leave, and you put 2 and 2 together, and you make your way to the warden's office. You stand at the doorway, and as you cross within the threshold of the doorway of the warden's office, you see 2 additional guards inside, and then, so from your perspective, because I know you can't see the map, you are on the north end, and the door is on the right-hand side. You go down into that door, and you look to your right, there's a couch with 2 guards on it, but directly in front of you is a desk with the warden sitting there, and the prison keys are on top of the desk. And so you proceed to tattle on one of the guards. Make a I gotta make it for you. I will let you pick performance or persuasion.
Oh, sorry, I did not catch that.
Performance or persuasion.
Performance.
Okay.
And while I'm explaining to them about the blanket, I also want to go, and frankly, I think these are some really, really weird prisoners we got. The one is running around, flapping his hands in his cell like a madman.
Just because I know you can't see the map, you are on the left side. Amelia is on the right, and there's 2 walls separating. The prison's basically broken up into 3 sections. Left section with a huge wall. The middle section, which contains the warden's office in the center of it. The right section, which is broken up by a huge wall. So you are unable to see from left to right. So you wouldn't have known that Amelia is fighting ghosts. The only thing that you are able to see is the left-hand side of the map. But you make a performance check. You rolled a 10, which, I mean, could be worse. The guard captain is going to make an insight check. He rolls a natural 1. Fuck me, man. You just see him.
Fucking hero.
You see him rub his temple, and he points at the 2 guards.
Perception.
Go deal with this. And they get up, and they individually move one over there, and both of them vacate to go assist with the situation, leaving you alone with the warden in the warden's office.
Okay, so 2 down, 1 left to go. I would like to flirt with the guard captain and try and draw him out of her secret trust.
Okay.
Sweeping my way to the top without actually being informed.
So, for sake of roleplay, here's how we're going to do this. I built specifically for flirting a system. I need you, though, to describe to me how Ashira looks as a guard captain.
What do you mean?
Like, so I understand that you're wearing the armor. How are you going to seduce the guard captain in the armor? Like my point is like, you look like a guard captain. What is sexy about Ashira in a guard outfit? How is this going to work?
I mean, let's be honest, she's been so around Kessir, who is a guy who is constantly using his body like a man's. She's gonna imitate Kessir.
So she just okay.
She's gonna sort of like lean and smirk on like Jumanji Bravestone has some molder on her face and
Yeah,
be like, hey.
You saunter right up to this guard captain and start off with I just wanted to get you alone in this room. And he looks at you and goes, I just want to go home. But you start laying on the thick and heavy, doing your best imitation of Kessir. And it is at this moment that Ashira is going to attempt her seductive technique. Now, granted, you have relatively high wisdom. So we're going to try and use wisdom. Oh, hang on. I can't do it from here because it's not assigned to me. But that's fine. I will just do a wisdom.
Does Layla hear this going on?
You hear bits and pieces. You attempt to seduce the guard captain with a 15. Unfortunately, his AC is a 16, and he kind of just looks you up and down. You're in a bit of breach of etiquette, newbie. Layla, make a perception check at disadvantage because it is going through all the
When he says that, can she respond with something I could be in breach of?
I can breach your etiquette. He leans forward. Listen, you know what? I don't even know your name. I don't particularly care. I've been on ship for 72 hours straight. I'll tell you. You're a nice. What exactly are you?
She's daddy.
I got a 10, by the way.
I did see that. You do not hear any of this. You hear muffled conversation, but you don't hear any of it.
Do I at least know that it's a Shira?
No. It is. It is too muffled for you to tell. But Ashira, he looks at you and goes, I don't even know who or what you are. My men tell me that you're the new hire, but I don't remember hiring. Diversity hire.
She's gonna play down. Maybe I was hired to work at other business.
I'll have you know that I spent years in the position that you're currently in. I did not get to where I was going, sleeping my way through.
Well, no, but obviously I was trying to get into your position by sleeping my way to the.
He chuckles kind of dry. At least you're honest. That being said, though, I'm afraid I have to turn down your unwelcome advances.
Can I make an investigation check inside myself?
Sure.
She just kind of pouts and goes, fine, but could you explain something to me about these gates? I feel magical.
Yes. I can't give you all of the details, but what I can tell you is that each cell is magically linked to a control center, if you will, located a couple of places. Mage up there that keeps an eye on the prisoners should they attempt to escape. They generally only attempt it once. Most fry themselves when they stick whatever homemade lockpicks that they like to try and scrounge up. 3, yeah, you see dirt. You see a bed. That's about it.
Okay. Can I start pounding the floor with my feet and looking for an opportunity to push through the floor if there's a weak in the floor?
You can stomp as much as you would like. You are in basically a stone floor. You are already 50 feet underground, like in a hole in the ground. Going down is only going to put you further underground, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Once again, it's an open air prison. You are in a cage for a cell that is completely enclosed, but it's also got its iron bars like jammed into the bedrock. And the longer you're in here, the colder that you're getting. Layla, your invisibility is starting to flicker. You are running out of time.
I'm just gonna recast it.
Okay.
And then, did I at least hear how many people left the room outside of the muffled voices?
Make another perception check for me. That's better. Slutty 20.
Slutty 20, yes.
You heard 2 people leave.
Okay. Hold on, let me recast invisibility.
Nice. And I can remove this invisible condition. Yes. You're still invisible, don't worry about that. I just removed the one that I manually added. But yeah, you recast your invisibility, and you're starting to realize that you're kind of in the do or die position. You don't know if they've managed to clear the warden's office, but you put out the SOS for it, and then you heard people leave. So, to the best of your knowledge, this might be as good as it is going to be.
I'm gonna test the door and see if it's locked.
You go over to the door, and it is unlocked.
It is or isn't?
It is. It is unlocked.
I am going to stand kind of beside it, and right before I move there, I'm going to bang on the door and say, "We need help up here," and then plant myself against the wall.
Make a performance check.
Performance?
Yes.
Nice.
Nice.
Ashira, you hear Layla say this. Well, you hear somebody say this. Part of the performance check, instead of just a straight deception check, is the alteration of your voice to sound not like Layla. To sound a little bit different.
And also, song popped off, so she's not here anymore.
No worries. I know that she had to leave at 8:30. But Ashira does hear this. We're actually going to be wrapping up here kind of quick because I know you guys got to go as well. He's going to make an insight check. He rolls a natural 13. For Ashira's sake, he puts his head back in his hands and looks around the room. What the fuck is everyone? And he stands up and he runs out the door. Layla, I need you to make a stealth check with advantage.
Make it good.
That is a 1 and a 2. However, he is going to roll perception. That is a 15. He runs out and pauses.
I'm gonna slink in the door as he runs past.
Make a dex check at disadvantage. Because you're yep.
Oh, that's a saving throw. Sorry, wrong one.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. And he is going to try and do a athletics check. And he reaches out an arm with lightning speed and slams that door shut before you are able to sneak in. And Layla, you find yourself invisible back against the wall with a guard, with the warden, as he pulls a warhammer off of his back.
I know you're there, little rat.
And that is where we are going to end our session.
Interesting.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Ladies and
Damn
gentlemen,
it!
thanks so much for choosing to hang out with us. There is no D&D next week. I am out of town. I am up north for family vacation, so I will not be here. We should have Ginny's campaign by September, so fingers crossed that actually happens. So if everything goes correctly, you will see me on the third Saturday of September. Thank you so much, everybody, for choosing to hang out with us, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye bye.